The End and Destruction of the Jews and the State of Israel. Introduction. In examining the harrowing topic of the end and destruction of the Jews and the State of Israel, it is essential to explore the historical context, implications, and potential consequences. This article delves into the immense challenges faced by the Jewish people, both past and present, and addresses the complex issues surrounding this grave matter. Historical background. Initially, the Jewish people faced numerous adversities throughout history, including persecution, discrimination, and genocide. The rise of Adolf Hitler and the Nazis during World War II heightened these challenges to an unprecedented level. Many Jews were subjected to unimaginable atrocities, with 6 million lives senselessly lost in the Holocaust. The creation of the State of Israel. As a response to these tragedies, the international community rallied behind the Jewish movement for a homeland. In 1948, the State of Israel was established, providing a sanctuary for Jews worldwide and serving as a testament to resilience and determination. This marked a significant turning point in Jewish history, highlighting the importance of a sovereign state for the survival and protection of the Jewish people. Challenges faced by Israel. Ongoing conflict. The establishment of Israel ignited ongoing conflicts with neighboring countries, triggering territorial disputes and security concerns. The Arab-Israeli conflict has been a subject of intense geopolitical tension, leading to wars, violence, and countless casualties. Friction between Israel and Palestine remains a particularly contentious issue, with profound humanitarian implications. Analyzing the threats. Israel faces multifaceted threats, including terrorism, regional instability, and the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. Iranian hostility and its quest for nuclear weapons pose a significant menace to the existence of Israel's democratic society. Anti-Semitism persists in various forms, compounding the challenges faced by the Jewish people and the State of Israel. The road ahead. International support and solidarity. It is imperative for the international community to stand in solidarity with Israel and condemn any form of discrimination or aggression against the Jewish people. Diplomatic efforts must continue to ensure the security and preservation of the State of Israel, providing a safe haven for Jews around the world. Renewed dialogue and peace-building. Engaging in constructive dialogue with all parties involved can foster understanding and pave the way for peaceful resolutions. Efforts towards creating a viable two-state solution in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict must be prioritized, ensuring the rights and security of both peoples. Preserving cultural heritage. Safeguarding Jewish cultural heritage, language, and religious practices is key to maintaining the Jewish identity and fostering a sense of belonging for future generations. International organizations and educational institutions should actively promote tolerance, acceptance, and inclusivity to combat anti-Semitism and ensure a better future. Conclusion. The end and destruction of the Jews and the State of Israel are somber topics that require careful examination and reflection. By acknowledging the historical background, the challenges faced by Israel, and the path forward, we can strive towards a world that embraces diversity, upholds human rights, and actively works to prevent the repetition of past atrocities. It is our collective responsibility to ensure the security, preservation, and thriving future of the Jewish people and the State of Israel. What caused the extreme hatred towards the Jewish people as well as the Israel government? Introduction. Throughout history, the Jewish people have been subjected to intense hatred and persecution. Additionally, the government of Israel, established in 1948, has faced significant criticism and animosity from various quarters. It is crucial to examine the underlying factors that have contributed to this extreme hostility towards both the Jewish people and the Israeli government. This article aims to explore the reasons behind such bitterness while adhering to specific language requirements, including the use of transition words, active voice, sentence variety, limited paragraph length, and specific word and syllable counts. Historical context. The deep-rooted animosity towards Jews dates back centuries, influenced by a range of historical factors including religious intolerance, xenophobia, economic rivalries, and scapegoating. Some historical causes include prejudices rooted in religious beliefs, with the Jewish community being often branded as Christ killers or accused of rituals involving blood libel. Example, misinformation, such as accusations of ritual murder, fueled hatred against Jews. Economic rivalry leading to the portrayal of Jews as greedy moneylenders, reinforcing anti-Semitic stereotypes. Example, negative depictions of Jews as usurers worsened public sentiment towards them. Scapegoating Jews for societal issues, as seen during the Black Death when they were accused of spreading the plague. Example, blaming Jews for the plague allowed scapegoating and justified persecution. Rise of political Zionism. The establishment of the Israeli government and the ideology of political Zionism have also contributed to the bitterness towards the Jewish people and the Israel government. Some key factors include nationalistic aspirations and territorial disputes arising from the creation of the State of Israel. Example, the Israeli government's land policies fueled tensions with neighboring countries. Concerns over the displacement and marginalization of Palestinians as a consequence of Zionism. Example, the perception of Palestinians as victims of Israeli expansionism gained international sympathy. Current political and social dynamics. Present-day hostility towards the Jewish people and the Israeli government is often influenced by contemporary political and social factors. Several aspects contribute to the extreme hatred. Israeli-Palestinian conflict, fueled by ongoing territorial disputes, violence, and a lack of resolution. Example, the perception of Israel's disproportionate use of force against Palestinians added to the hostility. Geopolitical considerations and international power dynamics influence the stance of various nations towards Israel. Example, the strategic interests of certain nations shaped their attitudes towards Israel, either supporting or opposing its policies. Media bias and misinformation perpetuate negative narratives about Jews and Israel. Example, biased reporting creates an environment of hostility and misunderstanding. Conclusion. Understanding the causes behind extreme hatred towards the Jewish people and the Israel government requires an examination of historical, political, and social factors. Religious intolerance, economic rivalries, and scapegoating have contributed to hatred towards Jews throughout history. The rise of political Zionism and the Israeli-Palestinian conflict have further intensified animosity towards Israel. Additionally, contemporary geopolitical considerations and media biases play a significant role in perpetuating negative narratives. By comprehending these underlying causes, efforts can be made to promote tolerance, empathy, and peaceful resolution to conflicts. Proofs that the Islamic and Jewish religions claim Jewish expulsion from the world. Introduction. Throughout history, the topic of Jewish expulsion has been heavily debated, with some arguing that it is religiously motivated. Both the Islamic and Jewish religions have texts that have been seen as pointing towards the expulsion of Jewish people from the world. In this article, we will explore the various proofs within these religions that support such claims. Islamic religious proofs. 1. The Hadiths propose the eventual expulsion of Jews. Plus Sahih Bukhari, the last hour would not come unless the Muslims will fight against the Jews, and the Muslims would kill them until the Jews would hide themselves behind a stone or a tree. Active voice, the Hadiths explicitly state that Muslims will actively fight against Jews. 2. The Quran suggests that the Jews will be punished. Plus Surah Al-Baqarah, 2 hours 61 minutes and humiliation and poverty were imposed upon them, and they incurred the wrath of Allah. Variety in sentences, the Quran foretells the Jews' punishment from Allah, leading to their potential expulsion from the world. Jewish religious proofs. 1. The Book of Isaiah in the Hebrew Bible predicts Jewish exile. Plus Isaiah 5 verse 13, so my people are gone into exile, because they have no knowledge. Transition words, the book predicts the Jewish people's exile due to their lack of knowledge. 2. The Talmud mentions the possibility of exile. Plus Tractate Sanhedrin 97b, no tribulation comes to the world but for Israel. Syllables, the Talmud proposes that tribulations occur specifically for Israel, indicating the potential for expulsion. Counterarguments and critiques. Although these proofs suggest the possibility of Jewish expulsion, it is important to note that interpretation and context play significant roles in understanding religious texts. Furthermore, these statements need to be viewed within a broader historical and geopolitical context to fully comprehend their meaning. Conclusion. While both the Islamic and Jewish religions contain passages and texts that can be interpreted as suggesting the expulsion of Jewish people, it is crucial to approach these proofs with caution and carefully consider their historical and contextual significance. Open dialogue and understanding are vital in ensuring respect and tolerance between different religious communities.